What if the path to living a more vibrant and empowered life, full color, wasn't about doing more, but doing things in a way that matters? Welcome to Say Yes with Kat. If you're ready to move from surviving to thriving, and you want doable tools that honor your whole self, mind, body, and spirit, you're in the right place. Are you ready to say yes? Let's dive in. Hey friends, today we're going to talk about not feeling like you have to be perfect. And I'm going to model that for you. You're probably going to hear in the background my 2-year-old godson who's just, yes, that's him. He's decided to join us in the studio today. So just a warning for you. That said, I want to ask you something. How would you feel if all those little changes that you've been wanting to make, I don't know, like your morning routine, eating better, having more money, or even just the way you show up for yourself? What if all of those things that you want don't need to be big life overhauls or perfectly done to create real transformation in your life? I know exactly how I would feel because I live it, as you can hear. Finding these sustainable transformations through small changes, that's how I feel less pressure in my life. It's how I show up and feel present, and it's how I became healthier through these small steps that I kept taking. And that's the reason why today is a very special episode. It's number 10. And we're celebrating what I'm considering a milestone moment and kicking off a brand new 10-part series that's going to help you supercharge your small steps in your everyday life. Now, I don't want you to worry. These episodes are not about asking you to do more. It's about doing what you already do, but I'm going to give you some sneaky ways to supercharge some small changes by rooting those changes in holistic practices. So, to celebrate this giant milestone in my mind, I've invited Cynthia back with me today to help us explore the science behind gratitude, what makes the number 10 so special, and a sneak peek of these upcoming 10-part series. Let me start with this. Thank you. If you've listened to one episode or all 10, you're part of something that's truly special. This podcast started as just a whisper in my heart, and now it's a space where we all get to explore how saying yes to small shifts can lead to some really big healing. Cynthia, do you remember the first episode we recorded back in March?
I do. That was the episode where I shared how lost I was when I was trying to start my holistic health journey. So I was really excited about giving people a way to get started.
Yeah, I really feel people find this when they're just starting out on that journey. And I mean, along the way, we've done what? We've tackled Cordy, the stress zombie. We survived a metabolic reset together. We learned about Rolfing from Anne Marie. And one of my favorites is we touched on how you can strengthen all 8 pillars of holistic health before breakfast. And here we are, 10 episodes. Whoop, whoop. I've really been looking forward to this milestone. And the number 10, it marks the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. It's super symbolic. It's a number of completion and renewal. And it feels perfectly suited for the theme of this episode: gratitude, growth, and the power of saying yes, including to watching your godson. So, speaking of gratitude, I want to say it one more time. Thank you, listeners, for being there, for liking and subscribing to this podcast. But more importantly, thank you for showing up for yourself. You all know by now, I believe gratitude, it's more than good manners. It's something I practice daily, and I lean into pretty hard when I'm feeling low. So I want to think of something else I'm grateful for. Cynthia. She helps me edit and produce these shows. When I ask nicely, she comes along and joins me as a guest. And today, Cynthia, I want to pick your brain and find out from you, is there a reason why this gratitude feels so good?
There's definitely a reason why the gratitude feels so good, and there's some real science supporting that reason. So gratitude activates the brain's reward pathways, and these involve areas of the brain that release dopamine and serotonin. And this increase in dopamine and serotonin levels helps to improve mood, decreases depression and anxiety, and does some other great stuff too. It literally rewires your brain for resilience and joy. So in short, gratitude makes you feel good, and if you keep it up, it just keeps feeling better and better.
I love that. Doesn't it also increase dopamine and serotonin levels?
It does.
I said that. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what I get for not paying attention, huh? I'm sitting here staring at the 2-year-old. Well, all I know is those are magic for keeping Cordy away. So thank you for repeating that for me and the listeners.
Absolutely.
I've also talked about keeping a gratitude journal in episode 9. I decided to get nerdy again. I did a little bit of digging and I found a study in a journal called Spirituality in Clinical Practice. And the study found something pretty cool. They had some heart failure patients, which is not cool, but they had them keep a gratitude journal for 8 weeks. And they found out that it actually improved their heart health. They had lower inflammation markers, pretty cool, and better heart rate variability. If you're not familiar with that term, you're not alone. I had to research it. It's a term that stands for a key indicator of someone's ability to have stress resilience and cardiovascular strength. Basically, they kept a journal of gratitude for 8 weeks and they had higher stress tolerance and a stronger heart. Writing, which is something most of us do in some form every day, was a way to supercharge their healing because of what the writing was.
That's actually pretty cool. And research also shows that even verbal gratitude can be really rewarding and have positive benefits. So you don't even have to write it down. Sometimes just thinking about it or saying it out loud can be helpful too. There's also some emerging research in epigenetics that shows that gratitude could actually be an anti-aging serum. And
Ooh.
Who doesn't want that, right?
Love it.
Epigenetics is how your environment, habits, and even emotions, like gratitude, can turn certain genes on or off without actually changing your DNA. So it's kind of like having a light switch for your health, where these things can be turned off and on. Regularly practicing gratitude can help downregulate genes associated with inflammation and upregulate those linked to immune function. So what you're really doing is directly impacting your gene expression and improving your long-term health and aging.
I love that. It's so simple too. With all that science behind being grateful, we had a conversation and decided we want to step our game up in that category. With this podcast, we are launching that 10 series. It is going to start the last Friday of this month, which is June 27th. And we're calling it the
Supercharge Your Everyday
series. For the next 10 episodes, thank you for announcing that for us, we're diving into small shifts that you can make to supercharge the everyday things you already do. So we're talking about your current morning ritual, your food choices, how you move your body, even how you rest. So again, not asking you to do more, just giving you some supercharged tidbits to help you improve them. So here's a little taste of what's coming.
In episode 11, we're going to start with our physical health first thing in the morning, doing something you already do. Breathing. Super easy, right? You already do it. We're going to supercharge it. We call it the power of the morning pause.
In episode 12, we know everyone likes to eat. So we're going to go forage for fungi and share how simply adding mushrooms can boost that nutrition. But don't worry. We're going to explore the actual mushroom, but we're also going to talk about powders and tinctures because some of us cannot tolerate the texture of a mushroom, and maybe it's just not your thing. In episode 15, we're going to talk about one of my favorite things to talk about, work, and how to find some sanity in your day. So I get it. Drinking from a fire hose, that was a regular thing for me in the corporate world. But in episode 15, I'm going to give you my supercharged habits for staying in a place where my work life was balanced by small sustainable changes. As we get towards the end of our 10-part series, we're going to get into things like spending money like we mean it. We're going to even cover our social lives, like how texting with intention can actually yield more meaningful communication and connection.
And what I love about this 10-part series is it's not a fix yourself series at all. It's a see yourself series. So it's about checking in with yourself and the various aspects of your life and remembering the power you have in reconnecting with your energy.
And guess what? You don't have to do this alone. We just launched a private Facebook community where you're going to get weekly coaching, support, prompts, and it's really meant to be a space where you can share your wins and your challenges with people that are walking the same path as you. You can find that link in the show notes, and each week during the series, we're going to give you one small challenge. This week's challenge is say yes to one small shift. And I'm going to teach you how to supercharge it. Connect the shift to a habit. All right. So here's some examples. Maybe you drink coffee every morning. Drink a glass of water before you drink the coffee. Maybe it's staying outside for an extra 5 minutes. We all leave the house and come home. Pause on your way. Just live outside, breathe, smell things, listen to things. Hopefully they're pleasant. But that could be a habit that you do every day, and you're learning how to supercharge it by taking a moment to be present. Another one you could do, no surprise, start a gratitude journal. We all write every day, and we also check our emails every day. So before you check your emails for the day, just write down one sentence, one thing that you are grateful for.
Yeah, and whatever it is, just do something. Make it yours. Make it something that's important to you, because we're all unique and we all have something different. So do it, make a change, one small change, and this is just a starting place for you. You don't need a complete overhaul in your life. You just need a starting place, and this is it.
I love it. I love it. So here's to 10 episodes, one beautiful milestone, and a community of people ready to say yes to more joy, more intention, and more you, full color. Before you go, take a second to share the wealth of health by liking and subscribing to our channel. Share it with a friend, or better yet, join our new community and tell us what shift you're saying yes to this week. And remember, this is your journey. It's all about taking these small, meaningful steps towards a healthier, happier you, full color. Until next time, say yes to your well-being. Until next, you can have that blooper, audience. Until next time, say yes to your well-being and take care. The content of this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Please consult a licensed healthcare provider before beginning any new health practice. Do not ignore or delay seeking medical advice because of something shared in this episode. If you're experiencing a medical emergency, call 911 or visit your nearest emergency room. Listening does not create a practitioner-client relationship. Yes to Holistic Health makes no guarantees regarding outcomes based on the information provided. Copyright notice, Yes to Holistic Health, all rights reserved. This content may be shared for nonprofit educational purposes with credit to Yes to Holistic Health. No commercial use without written permission.